Hey everyone, Couch Investor back to another video for today. So let's talk about RIVIAN. At the time of making this video, the stock is down pre-market another 2%. Yesterday, the stock was down a bit more than 7%, obviously on the news of the company recalling most of its vehicles because of a small issue, which we're going to discuss in this video. Now, some of you, if not most of you, already know that I'm a huge Tesla bull. It's my largest position, but I like RIVIAN the most out of every other EV maker out there. It's not in my personal portfolio, it is in the portfolio on Stockart. Talking about Stockart, let's have a look who's winning the competition right now. For those that are not familiar, you get a chance to win $250 by the end of the year just by picking stocks. It's free to enter, link is down in the description. And right now it's pretty close between the top three. So Mike is winning, he's down 0.9%. Then Psycho Bunny is down almost 1%, and Beat Lazy Investing is down just over 1%. That's the top three right now. Again, you can join. The contest runs until December 31st. And if you win, you get $250 for basically just picking stocks. It's free to enter. And if you're in the top 5, you get a 3-month Stockart VIP access as well. So, hey, why not? So, RIVIAN. Total recall, what actually happened there? Because it is a big deal when you hear the headline that it has to recall all, if not most, of its vehicles out there because of a defect. It's a big deal. Of course, it's not an over-the-air update like with Teslas, but again, in RIVIAN's defense, I've seen my fair shares of issues with Teslas, with Ford, with Volkswagen, with other vehicles out there as well. It's something that happens a lot. Of course, since RIVIAN is ramping up production because there aren't that many RIVIAN vehicles out there, yes, they recalled all of them. Not all of them have the issues, as we can see right here. This is the NHTSA report. So if you don't know what the issue is, I'll read it right here. So the subject population is comprised of the 2022 R1T and R1S vehicles built during a 13-month period and a subset of EDVs produced between December 10, 2021 and September 27, 2022, in which records cannot confirm that the front upper control arm and the steering knuckle retention fastener for each front wheel was properly torqued. Of course, when you read it like this, it sounds scary. But we can scroll down a bit and get a bit more information about what exactly has happened. So we can see here that as of September 28, 2022, RIVIAN had become aware of 6 reports potentially related to this issue that had accumulated over the production of R1T, R1S, and EDV vehicles, a rate of 0.037%. And on that note, we have a comment from the CEO. He said that the safety of their customers will always be our top priority, and we are committed to fixing this issue on any affected vehicles as quickly as possible. RIVIAN CEO urged customers to stop driving their vehicles if they experience issues with steering or suspension problems. It's important not to minimize the potential risk involved and why we are volunteering to conduct this recall. He knows very well that this issue is not for all the vehicles, but for safety's sake, obviously, they are recalling 13,000 vehicles, well, about 13,000 vehicles. Now, of course, it would have been better if they did not have to recall any vehicles, right? But hey, we don't live in a perfect world, so these things happen. Now, we're going to have a look at a couple of notes as well from analysts with regards to, well, how much money is this going to cost them? Is this going to cause them to miss their expected goals of 25,000 vehicles for the year? Yes or no? We're going to also have a little calculation at the end of the video as well. But before we do that, if you want to support me and this channel, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. Make sure to check out all the other links in the pinned comment, some of which might actually save you some money. So first up, we have RBC Capital Markets. They say here we have greater concerns on 2023 production expectations. The addition of battery packs and motors, as well as downtime required at the plant to ramp up capacity, could derail RIVIAN's pace of production. And of course, we've seen that with Tesla as well. When you want to ramp up production, yes, it affects the production line, the current production line, because of the obvious downtime. Then a quick note from Wedbush: while the broad recall could hurt the brand and cause lingering credibility issues for future production, Wedbush Securities said it does not believe the recall would impact RIVIAN's production or delivery goals for the year. And this actually gets reinforced by an analyst at Mizuho. So after speaking with management, Mizuho analyst says RIVIAN's recall is relatively minor and that its manufacturing lines have already been updated. He believes RIVIAN has seen the issues on less than 1% of vehicles and notes that the company expects the cost to be minimal with the manufacturing process fix also implemented. The analyst says the headlines are worse than reality and keeps a buy rating on the shares with a $65 price target, which is more than double the price it is today. And I have to agree with them by saying that yes, the headlines sound scary. And again, I'm not defending defects here and there, but it is things that are happening. Of course, over-the-air updates are better, but when you talk about a loose bolt, well, over-the-air updates are not really going to help anyone here. Let's hope that in the future these things don't happen. But hey, again, we don't really live in a perfect world, so this thing will happen. Now, talking about production, reaching their goal of 25,000 vehicles this year. We already have some numbers for Q3, but let's have a look at Q1, Q2, Q3, and calculate how many vehicles they still need to produce to reach that goal. So in Q1, Rivian produced 2,553 vehicles. In Q2, that number jumped to 4,401 vehicles, a jump of around 72%. And in Q3, they reached 7,363 vehicles, a jump of around 62%. So let's say they can continue to grow at 60 to 70% quarter over quarter, let's say 60%. That means that next quarter they should reach around 12,000 vehicles, which means they'll reach just over or just under 26,000 vehicles for the year, which is more than what they thought. Well, obviously the updated guidance, which also means that they have some flexibility here to maybe, well, do this recall, and that the 25,000 number that they want to reach will not be impacted that much. Some analysts think that they'll miss it by a couple of hundred vehicles or something like that. Right now, if you look at the numbers, if you look at the growth rates, I think they can reach those 25,000 vehicles by the end of the year. Now, of course, we still have 3 months until the end. Lots of things can happen during those 3 months. Let's see what happens. But I think that right now, if you see the track records, I think they can reach the 25,000. And even if they miss it by just a tiny bit, if they can still increase that by over 50, 60% quarter over quarter, 2023 should be looking quite good. So overall, that will be it for Rivian in this video. I will be adding some shares to the channel's portfolio on stockcar.io. And again, if you want to follow the channel's portfolio and participate in the contest, it's free. Link is down in the description below. Obviously, do share your thoughts down in the comments as well. Do you hold Rivian? Are you planning on buying? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, maybe hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.